Well, welcome back to another episode of ZetaCraft Season 5 here playing TerraFirmaGreg. And in the last episode, a bunch of people left comments on the video about when I go to harvest the wax from my beehives, I should not harvest all of them. If I do that, then I can make sure that I will have bees still in the hive to not have to wait as long, because since I took all of them the last time here, it takes a long time for a new queen bee to come back into the hive. So instead of having to wait once a day, it's several days to be able to refill the honey into these hives. So thank you to all of the various comments telling me of the error of my ways. I do try to read all of the comments on my videos, even if I don't reply to them right away. I do read them all. So thank you so much for the attention, and I will make sure to do better in that regards. Now, I also want to point out that in our recent TerraFirma Tuesday live stream, we began work on making our first blast furnace here on the server. Excellent. Inventory. 8 double plates. Yep, we're working our way towards it. Get those heated up. Get those heated up. And we will weld all of that together. So let's go ahead and put it right here. Of course. Boom, 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 boom. And we'll put some charcoal in there. Excellent. And I need my other crucible. Oh, I need to make more bellows, don't I? This guy's set up. Beautiful. Crucible. Bellows. Bellows number 2 facing the wrong way. And then on top of that, we put the blast furnace. And on top of the blast furnace, we put our blocks. And we're going to have some temporary blocks here. Okay. And now I believe I could go around and just right click with... Nope, I gotta actually make the right item. I gotta make the insulation part next. That's what I was missing here. So I put those guys in. I get the blast furnace insulation. Oh, I'm gonna need a lot more of those. So let's go ahead. Oh, yes, I know. Hot. Okay, well, let's take these first insulation plates here and make sure that this works. But it should be, I could go up and right click the block and they're fully insulated now. And with this blast furnace, we are now able to make some basic pig iron and steel. So definitely go check out our TerraFirma Tuesdays live streams. Every Tuesday night we will be doing a live stream, as well as sometimes a couple other nights of the week we may do additional ones, but we definitely like our TerraFirma Tuesdays, and in it we did the hard work of making this blast furnace and some of the insulated fire bricks. So one of the next things I need to do is actually build a building for our blast furnace here at Spawn City here, and I'm going to try to come up with a good design for that here in the very near future. Now, since I've got some steel ingots now, one of the things I actually want to work on is building a better ship. In fact, I want to build the best ship, which is the Sloop ship. I think that sounds really cool to use to be able to get around the server. And if we go to our book here to see what it takes to make the Sloop ship, and once we enter the steel age, we need to make 12 steel ingots, 24 copper ingots, 648 lumber, 34 logs, wool cloth, string, and jute fiber. And the sloop is a multi-block structure. And I know I need to make a bunch of copper bolts since I'm here in the forge, some steel cleats, and I also have to make an anchor. So let's go ahead and make those real quick. I've got some steel here in the forge cooking. Put some more coke into that. Keep that nice and hot. And the nice thing about the coal coke is if you just take actual coal that you mine and put it into our coke oven, it will actually refine it into a coke block, which cooks at white for 4 minutes and 24 seconds, as opposed to our charcoal, which only goes at yellow white for 1:48. So it's a much better fuel source for our charcoal forges here. But the steel ingots don't melt until they reach brilliant white. So it will keep it hot enough to weld without actually melting the ingots here in the charcoal forge. Super convenient. So let's go ahead and weld these guys together to make the plate. And we're gonna hammer that in. There's one plate. We'll put him back in. And we're gonna be making the anchor first, which is a double plate to create that item. So make sure that these are nice and hot and they can both weld, so I can put that in there to weld. And we want the anchor, and that's going to be bend, punch, and hit. A bend is +7, a punch is +2, so 9, and a hit is -3. So we need to get this lined up. And then since we need it to be +6 total, we're going to start from 3 to the left of our red dot, and then go in order bend, punch, and hit. It will make the perfect anchor. Let's go ahead and cool that guy down. I've already made a bunch of the cleats already, but let's go ahead and make one more cleat just to show how this guy is made. All right, our steel has reached a temperature that it can weld, so we'll go ahead and weld that in. We're gonna make the cleat, and since the cleat is 3 bends and a bend is worth 7 units each, +7, we want to get this guy lined up perfectly. And since it's 7 units each, so we want to go to the left 21 units because it's 3 of those. And so we're going to go -15 and -6, which is 21 to the left, and then we can hit the bend 3 times, get you the perfect cleat. Super easy. And we've got our cleats now. Now the next thing we want to probably work on is we need a bunch of the copper bolts. In fact, every one of these blocks are using, I believe it's 4 copper bolts. Yeah, 4 copper bolts each to scaffold. Each one made from a copper ingot. So let's see here. It says I need 24 copper ingots. I think all 24 copper ingots need to be turned into copper bolts. So let's go ahead and get 24 copper ingots. And we're going to be here for a little bit while we turn each of these into copper bolts. So we've got our copper hot enough. Let's go ahead and make our first copper bolts. I'll show how that is made, and then we'll make a bunch more after that. Copper bolts. So the copper bolts are made from rods. We need to make the copper rods here. As you see, a rod, all it needs to do is be 1 draw. A draw is -15. So if we can line up with our starting point here, and if we go 15 to the right, we can actually just hit the draw to the left. So an upset is worth 13, a punch is 2, so that's 15 to the right, draw, have our copper rods. From our copper rods into bolts, it is a draw, and a punch. So -15, -15, and +2. So we need it to actually start 28 to the right of the starting point. So let's go ahead and heat him back up. Forging in TerraFirmaGreg is a lot of math. But we're going to try and get to the Greg tech point where we can let it do all of the forging for us so we don't have to do this anymore. But this is just kind of going through the basics of how it's done. So if we go 16, 32, oh, cool down too fast. So we're at 32, then we go -3 to 29, 26, 28, then draw. Oh, still, it cools down so quickly as a rod. We hit one draw so far. Don't want it to melt. Draw, punch, and we have our 2 bolts. We just need to do that a bunch more times. And I know that I could use the actual saw to turn it into bolts, but it's only 1 bolt per ingot instead of 2. And I'm just trying to maximize the use of my copper right now. So I will be back as soon as I have a bunch of these turned into bolts. Well, after a long time forging, we now have our copper bolts to be able to make our sloop. And I've also started making some burlap cloths in order to make the sails. So if I understand correctly, I need 6 cloth of some sort plus 3 string to make each small sail, and then it takes 3 small sails and strings to make a medium sail, and we need both a small sail and a medium sail, I believe, to be able to build the sloop. So I need to make one of each of these if I'm not mistaken. So let's go ahead and see if we have enough to make 4 small sails, and then I combine 3 of them to make 1 medium sail. And I believe I have enough stuff here to do that. Oh yeah. I don't know why I was worried. Way more than I need. So that's good. So then we get also our medium sail. And what's the next item I need for this? I need a rope coil for the anchor, so that's just 9 jute fiber, and I have that here, nice and easy. All right, what else do I need to make this? I think the last thing I need is a bunch of lumber and logs in order to make all of the scaffolding. So let's go cut down some trees, and I gotta figure out which tree I want to make this thing out of. If I take a look at the list, we have acacia, ash, aspen, birch, blackwood, chestnut, hickory, maple, oak, rosewood, and sycamore. I think I think we have the most hickory and blackwood right now to be able to do one of those. So a red rosewood chip would be kind of cool to see. I also would like to do the sycamore if I could get that to work. Let's go see what I have over at my base, 'cause I've been growing a bunch of trees over there. Shimmer! Come here, Shimmer. I love my horse, Shimmer. Alright. Back to the base. Alright, I've cut down a bunch of rosewood. I've got some more planted over there to get some more, but we've got a few stacks of rosewood here. And I'm going to just use my random wood pile to make the scaffolding frames and use these as the actual planks for the boat. And I think I actually have everything I need in order to make this guy. So let's go over to our... I'll gather all this up, and then I'm going to go over to our little cove here that we have on the other side of this hill and see if we can't actually build our sloop ship here. I think it'll look really nice right in there. Okay. Let's put these guys like this. And then we need eggs. These guys like that. I believe we have to go something like this. Oh, that was the wrong spot for that guy. Once again, wrong spot. We're doing great at this. Okay, and then let me check the shape one more time. And then we have two like this. And I believe that is the frame shape of our sloop here. So now that we have that part, we start making some rosewood planks into planks. Excellent. And we'll start filling this guy up. Gotta make some more. Oh, there it is. 4 those and some of those. Okay. This is gonna be a bright red boat. Perfect. All right, next I need the bolts. And if I'm not mistaken, to get the bolts to work, I need a hammer in my offhand. And then I fill up every one of these spots with the bolts. Nope, didn't want to do that. I need more bolts. I hope I made enough. I think I did. Oh yeah. Okay. So we got that. Got the bolts. Now we add the cleats. And they go there. 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 And there. Oh my god. I fell through it. That surprised me a little bit. That's okay. We're gonna make sure that we're not breaking it so it's in the water. Okay. I'm stuck. That's not good. What do I need next? I think I need... Do these have to be stripped? I think they do. Try this real quick. See if this is what I'm looking for. Yep. Oh, I need a bunch more of these stripped. Probably should not have broken the ground underneath it yet because I need to be able to reach that hammer. There we go. I need 2 more of those stripped. Let's go ahead and do a whole tree's worth. Oh, that's satisfied. Okay, got that. Now we gotta get some more planks in. Okay. What do I need up here? 6. Okay. Why can I not actually be where I want to be? All right, I need 12 more of these stripped logs. So let's go get some more of these because I think I'm out of the rosewood on me. Let's go get them real quick. Beautiful. All right. Go over to our little hammer icon. 12 of those. That needs 8 more. I'm still short, of course. Should have stripped all these logs before I got started, but that would have been the intelligent thing to do. It's okay. Got what we need here. All right, now I need a medium sail. And then what else do I need? A small sail. We need some rosewood planks. Okay. And then what we need up here. 4 planks. Is that going to be the anchor? I think this is the last thing we need. Anchor. Nope. And rope coils. I need 8 rope coils. Thankfully, I have more on me. Do I have just enough? Oh, that was satisfying. We're glitching. Are we on the ground? Is that why we're glitching? Oh goodness, please don't break. Excellent. Oh, it needs deep water. Okay. That is fine. Do I have a lead? Do. I think if I have this attached to a post. Hello? Stop moving. Let me make a post or two real quick. So it looks like I can place some chests along the side here. Put some down in as well. I can make some more. Oh boy. This is cool. This is super satisfying. Get this guy set up. And then we are going to take that out. Where is that? Grab my lead and take this guy out on our Maiden Voyage. That's the plan, at least. Let's see if I can figure out how to do it. We got the sail up. And we are moving. Man, that is cool. Let's go see if Hypno's home, because that'd be so cool to just roll up on him in this sweet ship. Gotta get used to the wind and making that work, but we'll get there. It looks like I need wind to move the way I want to go. Wind's moving from left to right. So if I want to cut back around this way. Too far. Trying to get used to this little graphic thing in the bottom left. This is cool. This is so cool. I really like this thing. We're gonna have to make more of these. Up my way in. Oh, he is home. Excellent. How do I stop? Sail down. Anchor away. Hey, Hypno. Let's see what he's up to here. What's he doing?
Hey, what's up? I didn't have my headphones on.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
How's it going?
Just sailing by.
What?
Check this thing out.
Dang, man.
It's so cool.
Dude, that's awesome.
Look at all the chests it can hold. It is so satisfying. Oh, fell off the back.
That'll happen.
Little glitchy, but it's okay.
Wow.
Got my anchor deployed.
Dude, how much did it take to make this?
Honestly, not that much. The hardest part was making the copper bolts. Because you need like a stack and a half of copper bolts, but then you make 1 steel anchor, 4 steel of these little, I forget what these things are called, anchor points basically, and some sails and wood. And that's it.
Nice.
So overall, I thought it would be way worse than what it was.
That's awesome. Oh,
Got my sails.
what is that?
They're my sails.
Oh, you just take them off in between? Nice.
So, and I got, what, 12 total chests? Which is kind of crazy.
This is a game changer right here.
So, this thing is sweet. Yeah. You trying to steal my boat?
I own a boat now. Look, tied up here. Thanks, man.
About that. Watch how satisfying it is when I just sail away in it. Can I not hit the sail from there? Do I have to open the sail and then get in the driver's seat?
It's a 2-person boat. You gotta have a first mate.
You know it. We're stuck on the ground. And then we hit
It's a little shallow here.
a little bit. I gotta work with the wind a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll get there. As I slowly pull out of port. Oh! Duh.
What, your anchor still dropped?
I think so. That probably makes a difference.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot to pull up the anchor.
Bye, Ricky.
Bye! This thing's so cool.